That's just sports, baby.
Crowd goes wild. Strawberry ice, bringing fire and style. Reds, Bengals, Bearcats, all in my zone. This is my stage, my mic, my throne. Boom, like a hammer, I'm breaking the game. Strawberry ice, you're gonna know my name. Sports Talk Thunder, hear the podcast roar. Cincy slide is kicking down the door. Step into the ring where the passion ignites. Talking sports all day and all night. From the field to the court to the roaring stands. Strawberry ice with the world in my hands. Boom, like a hammer, I'm breaking the game. Strawberry ice, you're gonna know my name. Sports Talk Thunder, hear the podcast roar. Cincy slide is kicking down the door.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio. And always, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave.
All right, shout out to my sponsors. They are Priority Lawn and Landscaping for all your lawn and landscaping needs. You need your grass cut, you need your shrubbery trimmed, I don't know, you need a paver patio, you need anything. I mean anything. Landscaping requires. Think Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Also, shout out to T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, Meyer Window, Door, and More. I got it in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. They're energy efficient, great looking windows, easy to clean. Meyer Window, Door, and More. The website is MeyerCincinnati.com. And also, shout out to my favorite brewery, Moorline Lager House. Get on down there, get you some delicious Moorline beer, some delicious Moorline food. You tell them I sent you. Moorline Lager House.
That's right. We had a great time pre-gaming down at Moorline Lager House. Now remember, we got another one this Sunday, starts at 10 a.m. And we're still giving away chances to win this autographed T. Higgins helmet. The way to enter it is come buy tickets to the pre-game tailgate. You can also still use the promo code pregame10 to get you $10 off of the ticket. So any purchase to that gets you a shot at this helmet that we are giving away November 23rd. So make sure you guys get your tickets and come on down, and at least we'll have some fun before the game. What is up to everybody in the chat? We've got Stranger. Let's see who's first. Brad's in there, Stranger's in there, Mark's in there. Augie's in there, Cap's in there, Tony Blaze, Holmes is in there, Foe's in there, Dustin Croft, William. Yeah, I think that's everybody. All right. Before I get to my special guests for today, what the hell happened? That's all I got to say. What the hell happened? The Bengals lost 39-38 to an 0-7 team. 0-7. They were up by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Our defense could not get one stop. What? Then we had the ball with 2 timeouts and 3 plays, and we throw it 3 times. Now, I know one of them was RPO, so Joe Flacco could have ran it, but he didn't. Zach Taylor leaves the game with 2 timeouts in his pocket. Maybe he should have used one to try to make sure we get the right play out there. I don't know, but this defense is awful. Duke Tobin, and I quote, said, I'm not going to pay for the same team I had last year. Duke, you got the same team you had last year. It's annoying. Like Zach said, and I agree with him, I don't know how this is going to happen. Somebody's got to step up. I don't know who. I don't know how. But somehow, somebody's got to step up on this team. And the crazy thing is, we're still got a shot. The Steelers lost. Yeah, the Ravens won, but they're still pretty far back. I don't know. I'm apathetic right at this point. I mean, it is what it is. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. It is what it is at this present time. But with that being said, let's get to my co-host who's here each and every Monday. He's got one of the coolest beards in Bengals Nation. He is the co-fan of the year. He's none other than Bengals Captain. What's up, Cap? Are you there, Captain? My Captain?
Yeah, I had the mute button on.
Ah, okay. There you go. Now I can hear you.
You know what? I don't care, man. I wanted to wear Chop gifted me this.
Yeah?
Damn it.
There you go.
Because I sent him that part.
Right.
Instead of using like the copyrighted stuff.
Right. We'll hopefully be able to wear that next Monday. We'll see. See what's happening. But hey, with that being said, I have one of your super fans on the show. Did you know you had a super fan?
God, no.
Yes, you have a super fan.
Not.
You do. And he loves you. He is one of your favorite people. He's none other than Bengals Captain. Look at that. Look at that. He's even got the fan of the year there. Look.
I
We got
love
twins.
it.
Hell yeah.
I didn't even know you were doing this, and I wore the shirt.
Look, and I wore your shirt.
he's got the jacket and everything.
Man. That was I was so like out of it from the drive. I process things piece by piece. There we go, Genty. It all hit me, and I'm like, oh my God, Chop. That's fucking hilarious.
I didn't see it till the end. I was walking out all depressed, and I see Chop, and I'm going, "Oh, you dressed up as?" He goes, "I'm Bengals Captain." I'm like, "What?" He goes, he's like, "I even got the fan of the year." I'm like, "Oh my God, you are
Right. Timu. Look, I got the Timu thing.
Exactly. All right, so we got our first super chat already. Dustin's bringing it hard today, so he sent us a $5 super chat. Appreciate it. How I know the Bengals are cooked. Had the players only meeting today. Those never work in any sports professionals. Just like removing ping pong tables.
Maybe they need
Dustin. I love you, dude, but like
it might work.
I don't know how do we in our fan base get everybody like maybe not looking at things in a vacuum, because championship winning teams have players only meetings all the time. But that was from the defense.
I
And
think he's probably
damn it, they should.
Yeah,
They've got to lock themselves in a room.
And
I don't care if they got to start calling each other out. That was horrible.
Yes. Let me ask you this, though. In the players only meeting, I brought this up on Bengals and Brews. Like, who's calling that meeting? Usually one of the better players is calling the meeting. Like, guys, we got to all step up.
Right.
Who fucking steps up?
Who's that?
Who? Besides
Demetrius Knight apparently called that meeting.
Yeah, name me a player.
Why is it him?
He's a rookie. And he's a rookie calling.
Yes.
I mean, good on him. But I mean, dude, like Ronnie says, Marshmallow soft. We've got the same defense, if not worse, than we had last year. We're going through the same crap we went through last year, and listen, we don't even have Joe Burrow.
It's not the coach. Ugh. You know, people are trying to say that, like, oh, well, Zach, the guy lives in the same neighborhood. You know what? He wasn't his fucking neighbor. I need to chill out on the F-bombs today. It wasn't like literally like I've known Zach for a few years, and I moved in next to him, and then bam, I'm DC. That's not how, like, hey, it's a good neighborhood. I've legitimately looked at homes in that neighborhood.
This one. It's the talent.
The talent's part of it, but Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight. Now, granted, I don't think the major problem was the linebackers. I don't know what's going on with our D-line. But
we got no pressure. We got zero.
Yeah.
Zero pressure. None.
We've got to fix drafting.
Yes. We got to fix
drafting. With that said,
yeah.
This defense can play better than we saw yesterday. Has this season played better than we saw yesterday. And all I can think of, rookie linebackers look good. They could still improve. They could still get better.
They need to get better tackling. Everybody needs
there's no elite standout or elite. Okay, Trey, you can say standout elite. And let me
say this, though. What? The previous comment that you were talking about the talent, but let me say this, though. The Bengals, since like in the last 3 years, have had picked 10 players in the last few years in the top two, the first 2 days of the draft. We have gotten top talent. The draft has been hugely weighted towards the defense. After you take out Joe, Jamar, and T, and that's 5
Have we
6
gotten top
years ago,
talent?
it has been weighted towards the defense.
We got top 100 talent. We have top 100 talent prospects. Yes.
A lot.
A lot of them. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Miles Murphy, Shamar Stewart,
in the draft, they're top 100.
Hill,
Yes.
So you know, guaranteed other teams would have taken the guys we took had we not taken them.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying they are top 100 talent.
All right.
I'm saying
we don't have.
This is so to my point, Kat. You're saying the same thing. It's the evaluation of these players that's not happening, and that's in the organization.
We don't have impact players who guys who came in a day one making an impact. That's what we don't have. That's what, like Shamar Stewart, first round pick, Miles Murphy, first round pick, should be impact players, and they haven't been and are not. That's the problem. You missed on too many first round picks. I love Dax Hill. Dax Hill drafted him to be a safety. He's not a safety. He's a good quarterback, but
I don't think we have a problem in the secondary. I'm not worried about our secondary. The linebacker situation feels weird right now, but that D-line, something major has got to happen with that D-line. Yeah, we got a top 100 defense.
Barely.
Damn, Hoggy.
Barely top 100.
Barely. I mean, but that's the thing. It's like we got to get better at drafting guys, but we got too many guys that are projects. Like we don't have when right now when you're spending the money you're spending on Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T Higgins, and right now Trey Henderson for this year, we don't have time to draft a guy and develop them, and maybe they're good in 3 years. They need to be good now. They need to come in now. At least your first and second round picks need to come in and play now and be impact players.
Exactly what I said going into this season, like not a project. Like Shamar Stewart might turn out to be a beast, but like he is a project. They have said he's a beast if they can coach him. He's a project. Like, guess who's not a project? Jihad Campbell. He's a badass. He's balling out in the NFL. Al Golden builds his defense around linebackers, and here Jihad Campbell goes to the Eagles, and he's a baller.
Let me get the Bridget 88 here. Thanks for the $10 super chat. If we have so many first and second round drafted guys, why are they so bad? Good question. This is not drafting well to fit the team or the coaches not developing the talent. You have to be good to go first or second round. You're saying what I'm saying. The guys you draft first or second round picks, you got to hit, especially now the way we're signing guys.
What do we have to do here to get the Bengals to just hire Dale Altman as their scout?
Hey, works for
Let
me.
him in that draft room.
So here's the thing, and I've had people talk about I've heard Goodberry mention. I don't know the hit rate on Dale's stuff, but I've got a feeling he's got just as many misses. That's a thing though. If you take Dale, you take Goodberry, you take Gridiron Grading, you take Pro Football Folk, you take everything. So I am a data guy. I've been talking about this a lot lately. You can assign your own ranking system. You can program your software to scrape and do matching between terminology used between the different scouts and graders and everything. You can just have all of that data sitting in front of you to find people that would be a consensus pick for your specific need. Now, if your specific need takes you out in left field, your needs need to change. And I don't know if it's we're trying to outsmart ourselves with drafting. It's absolutely insane. And I just had a coach text me. That's great.
Which coach? Tell us now. Which coach is it?
We've got a talent issue, whether it's untapped or just wasn't there. While you guys talk, I'm just curious because I want to see where some of these guys that we picked up landed. Oh, hey, the dirty hit on Trey, and it's dirty. Yeah. I am so. Here's the thing. It's funny when I talk about referees, everybody's like, "Oh, Cap's always making an excuse. That's a bitch ass excuse." It's all Cap's always crying about the refs. I think the referees in the times they screw up big, they got an easy job. I can do that job for that money. I guarantee it. And I've never officiated. Never. Give me a weekend to learn some of the stuff, some of the rules, blah, blah, blah. I can do that job better. I swear to you, I am not being an ass. I can do it. When the 2-point conversion, there was not enough evidence to overturn the original call.
There wasn't.
There wasn't.
It looked. You could honestly, you could have said that went either way. The way I looked at it, you could, but they called it on the field. No,
however call on the field,
that's the way it should have stayed.
Yeah,
that there wasn't enough going. Oh yeah, he definitely crossed the line. No,
I will go after refs, and I just don't even have the energy because we gave up 500 fucking yards to the Jets. We gave up 23 points in one quarter to the Jets. And I'm thinking, all I can think is, oh God, how many people, how many fans that have been fans of the Bengals for 3 years are instantly going to go after all these other things other than what happened? And it's the defense.
And I keep putting it back to this. And like War Room here says, Duke has been the de facto GM since 99. Look, when we had Joe and Jamar and T cheap, what'd they do? They went through a whole bunch of money on the defense. They signed Trey Henderson. They signed DJ Reader. Signed Chidobe Awuzie. Signed all these guys because they had the money. So when you flip it to the other side and you start spending money on Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, you can't throw money at the defense like you used to. This is where you've got to draft and develop guys, and this is where they haven't done that. They haven't. I've said this again. They got to draft guys. At least your first round pick has got to be ready to go and make an impact on your team day one, or at least close to it. You can't have projects for first round picks. You just can't. We can't afford it. We don't have time for this. We're trying to win a Super Bowl and Joe Burrow's window here, and it's closing. I mean, he's going to be 30 here real soon. So if we don't start fixing this thing, and we can't let good players leave. You can't let Jesse Bates leave. You can't let DJ Reader leave. You can't just let them leave and not have anybody to replace them with.
I was wrong about Bates. Seeing and feeling that playoff Bates was better than regular season Bates, and then thinking about the agent he had and thinking about the money, I'm like, you know what? I get it. Like we need to try to sign him, but it's probably not going to happen because of his agent. Then I moved to, we're missing the talent, but he went to Atlanta. He went for the money, and the agent still would have been a problem. Now I'm looking at how much money we have left right now. And I'm like, you know what?
We could have signed him.
that we should have signed him.
We should have signed him.
I was wrong. Now, DJ Reader, just my mindset and how I've evolved, I feel like I was a little too corporate. Like, well, he is over 30. Like, no. Okay, it took me a couple times of getting fooled, but, I'm not a complete idiot. DJ Reader, I knew was going to come back. And we could use him. Imagine having Bates and Reader right now, having added the guys that we drafted that a lot of people will say are disappointing. It'd be a completely different defense. I mean, this is insane.
I got to tell you, man, it'd be a completely different defense, but them two players wouldn't bring this defense back. We'd still suck. I mean,
they would help.
TJ Reader in the middle. I don't think TJ Slayton's a super huge step back from DJ Reader. I do think that Bates is a huge step forward for the safeties, but this whole thing starts with the front line. if the line can't play, it's not going to help the linebackers, and that's not going to help our secondary.
Well, this is one thing. This is one thing Dale's brought up on my shows on Friday, and I've said this. I forgot I said this before, but we still have never replaced Larry O. Having that rotation for that Super Bowl run with BJ Hill, DJ Reader, and Larry O was awesome because you had a run stopper and guys that would get pressure on the quarterback up the middle. We haven't had that since then. I mean, we have no pressure at all coming up the middle. I mean, if Trey Henderson is healthy, he's all we got getting pressure on the quarterback. That's it. And the thing is, I said this in the offseason. I said this. I'm saying it. I said it last year. You let the quarterback sit there back there and eat a sandwich, which Justin Fields could
cook the sandwich and then eat it.
Yeah,
and then eat it.
They're going to find some place to throw the damn ball. And I don't want to hear look, I agree. I think we should have ran the ball at least a little bit more on the last couple of drives. I do agree with that. But we ran the ball great. We ran it for over 100 yards. The offensive line, Joe Flacco only got hit, twice?
But I mean, run the ball more, and we ran it on second down, and people freaked out.
That's true.
We did, but they did run the ball more.
The fan opinion on that stuff, to me, is so maddening because, number one, it's hindsight, which, fuck off. Come on. It's hindsight, which, everybody's a genius with hindsight. And two, it's like honestly, all these people are going to go in. Do you understand how many amazing head coaches we have in our fan base? We could stock the NFL with Hall of Fame head coaches. Yeah, fuck it. Hey, put your resume in. All these people talking about this one single play and that one single. You know what? I guarantee not one of them runs a company, manages people, it has anything. And I'm not saying you can't critique. I groaned when they ran on that last drive. I was like, oh. But part of it was, I'm like, oh, because it didn't work, people immediately, all game long, there was a dude over my right shoulder. If a play didn't work, what the fuck, Zach? What? I'm like, oh my God. If the play worked, dead silent. If the play didn't work, seriously, Flacco could have thrown it in the dirt, dropped draw, and shit on the field. The dude would be like, Zach, what'd you make him? Dude, that's not what football is about.
The line actually played pretty good yesterday, in my opinion. And that's nobody's, for the most part that I've heard, nobody's complaining about the offensive line. I mean, like I said, the only play calling, Zach Taylor should at least call it a timeout. He had two of them. He should at least call it a timeout for that last.
We had plenty of time.
I know, but they were rushing. You got your third down there. You at least take a timeout to try to figure out the best play. Go on to Yoshi, which Yoshi should have caught the ball. I'm not arguing with you about that, Zach.
Zach did go to Yoshi.
Huh?
Zach did not go to Yoshi.
The
Flacco threw the fucking ball to Yoshi.
I know, but they could have schemed something up to try to get T. T.O. got 2 targets the whole game. So they need to get T some more.
And Flacco talked about that. Everybody needs to start listening to pressers, not Zach, not Zach's pressers, because you're going to get coach speak. That's the same way it is for the entire NFL. Flacco talked about that. It's like, well, they didn't do anything a lot differently, but it's just we ran the ball more. And then what was it? We 10 out of 12 runs in the second half were effective. We were just rolling on the ground. Flacco said it. And Flacco could have targeted T. Why it went to Yoshi, I have no idea.
Either way, Yoshi twice. Flacco targeted him twice in the whole entire game.
And Yoshi's got to catch that ball.
Yoshi's got to catch the ball.
I want Tinsley. I want to give Tinsley an entire game at the number 3 spot. I want Charlie Jones doing something else. I want somebody else back there because I was influenced by fans around me, but everybody in the end zone, they're like, oh, here comes Charlie again. It's not going to follow his blockers.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay. We could have used Rico damn near shanks a punt when we needed the most. down the
He also had
stretch,
a 66-yard punt yesterday too,
which was sweet.
Rico looked good yesterday, I thought. For the
Hey,
most
overall, not complaining about Rico.
But our special teams,
You know,
I think the Jets started
Battle-
like average at the 40-yard line.
Battle had that
Do
one
it.
weird where he decided to jump instead of hitting field. Again, not really a big deal. It happens. Overall, I don't think our secondary is much of an issue. DJ Turner, I would have loved if he would have turned around on the
Oh my God.
interception,
Yeah.
he might have had a pick, but it would not have been a touchdown.
Yeah. It would. Yeah. The ball. Yeah. If he's right, because he's right there.
Stranger, I mean, dude, if you work a corporate job, you listen to your CEO say the same stuff all the time. I mean, now here's the thing, though. Once again, if you listen, Zach was pissed yesterday. I heard a distinct tone change, and I have not been on social media a ton just because, like, oh my God,
I want him to watch movies.
Like who?
Be honest.
The Elliot Re-Ring. How do you say the name? He used to be with Chatterbox. I guess that folded or some shit. So the coach texts me. It's like, hey, you're catching strays, and he says percentage of blame I give the last 3 disastrous Bengals seasons. 40% Duke Tobin, which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
I like Duke. I've not talked to Duke really almost ever, other than maybe a hello. 20% Zach Taylor and coaching. That's a broad brush because I think coaching comes into play. The way this team is constructed, that defensive performance doesn't fall on Zach. Now, if you want to cut Zach because of it, just because, hey, you're the boss. It happens all the time in corporate America. Sometimes you go down with the ship, and the people who put the hole in the side of the boat sit there and buy a new boat.
I would actually argue that there is a percentage that is Zach's on the defense because he is the head coach. He's in charge of the defense and he's in charge of the offense. He's in charge of the team. He had a hand in hiring.
You don't understand what he does with the defense, though.
He does something with the defense. He's their boss. He's their boss. So
I know from last year what he was doing was getting into Lou's ass to get everything fixed. And then finally things started to come around. He was upset with that situation weeks prior to we started to see some help. Now, the dynamic this time around, I know Zach has taken the blame for Logan getting lesser snaps. I don't know if he's taking that because that's what Al thinks, and he's
Logan
Al
graded out one of the worst players on our defense this last game. So I mean,
I get
Logan
it.
Ain't doing himself any favors by.
I'm just saying, like I mean, there is a little bit of Zach derangement syndrome.
Sure.
I'm not saying that he is 100% deserving of zero heat. Never going to say that. Yeah. That game, I don't care why. And I didn't have a problem with the offense, but that ramped up
38 points.
No one's talking about this. No one's talking about this. But for me, I guarantee there's a meeting either that happened or is coming about that performance. And even if it's really not the offense and Zach and everything else, it's like, okay, you're leading the team. What do we got to do? He does push, but at the same time, now we definitely don't want him involved like he is in the offense. We don't, because then everything's going to just go to hell. Well, Al did not forget how to coach a defense.
It's talent, dude. Honestly, I'm telling you, it's talent. We don't.
Al Golden picked his guys, though, Jeff. He fucking picked Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight.
Though, and they're playing pretty well.
I'm saying it's talent. We don't have the talented enough guys on this defense. That's what I'm saying. We didn't draft develop right.
Back to this, Elliot. So 20%, 18% talentless defensive players. I mean, I'll never say something like that. I get it. Now he's not upset. He's kind of, I don't know. He's lukewarm, come and go. thinks that's funny. Whatever. No, they've got talent. They don't have enough talent. There's some people who don't have enough talent.
Right.
Wait, okay, the cheap shot on Trey. Who was to his left? Was it?
I actually haven't seen the video, so I don't know.
Yeah. I can't remember who was to his left, but literally got hands. Chris Jenkins, I'm pretty sure. And I love Chris Jenkins. But the offensive lineman got hands on him, and Chris just puts hands on him. And then they dance.
To the dance, make a little noise.
What? Get the hands off of you, bro.
Hey, Macarena.
And I'm sorry. It's funny. I've known this for a while, but I think some casual fans don't realize you're offensive lineman grab. So it's not like you're just going to pat somebody around. No, they've got a hold of your jersey. And if you've got to do that, okay, fine. Duck a shoulder, go under, get that leverage to get around them. Something. Don't just stand there and dance. So I'm immediately thinking the defensive line coach. What are we teaching these guys?
I don't know.
They're not teaching them.
I don't know. That's kind of what I'm trying to find out. I don't know what they're teaching them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we drafted guys high in the draft. There's been no player development. That didn't happen with Lou here, and it's not happening with Al Golden.
And one thing that happened from this defense to last year's defense, and we changed defense of almost all the coaches, not every single one, but almost all the coaches on the defense side of the ball. We can't freaking tackle.
No.
Why the hell can't we tackle?
And people saying that Lou wasn't the problem. We had tackling problems under Lou.
We had tackling problems.
People forget that.
The defense looks exactly the same as it did last year. We just gave up 38 points to the 0-7 Jets.
Hey, Jeff.
23 in one quarter, 15 minutes, 23 points. We could have won. If we'd have scored 23 points in one quarter against the Patriots last year, we would have went to the playoffs.
Yeah. When you're talking about the tackling, I think the Bengals have missed 81 tackles this season. The next team that's even close to us is 50-something tackles
56,
missed.
56.
56.
It's the Washington Commanders.
Fucking crazy. It's almost 30. It's like 25 more missed tackles.
Football. How can you get to the NFL level and not know how to tackle?
They
shouldn't have to teach you how to tackle. You should not do it.
As a Bengals fan, as a layman Bengals fan who pays for season tickets, that goes in there and pays goddamn $15 fucking a beer. You know what I'm saying? As that fan, give us a product that we are happy to pay for. And I know that this is going to go against what Cap thinks, but I'm ready to just fucking blow it up, man. And I want to blow up into the office too. I want to blow it all up.
That's what I keep saying. It's
and fucking strip it down to anybody that's from LSU and then start over. And that's all. I'm not saying, and that's not to jump on LSU, and everybody knows I'm an LSU homer. I'm just saying, if they're not named Chase or Burrow, put them on fucking market and let's rebuild. Because with coaches too, because this shit ain't working.
What I've said, they're never going to do this, which I hope they do. I doubt it. Is if they clean house from the whole, they got to clean everything out, and we need an actual president and an actual GM, and
boom,
and add on to the scouting.
And the owner this, hands off.
Yeah, you have to. That's what normal other teams do. So
man, we're all like pushing 50 or over 50, and it ain't fucking happening while any of us are on this side of the dirt.
Brookie says, "Live in reality, Chop. What's wrong with you?"
Right.
Hey, anything can happen. My faith is with Elizabeth, and honestly, the sooner she gets influence, because
gets control
again. I'm telling you right now, the front office, ownership, all the way down, everyone wants to win. Mike Brown wants to win.
I believe they all want to win
more than anyone.
Yeah, I think they all want to win.
Yeah. At my job right now, there's a lot of things that we want to do, and I see it, and they just don't want to take the right path to get it done. And that's my frustration. And that's why I'm angry in meetings. And maybe I had a meeting right prior to this, and I'm a little pissed off too. And I'm like, all right, fine. If all I'm going to do is sit here and just challenge everything that you're saying, just listen and let's see what we can do. So honestly, the fans, God, I had some little scrawny weirdo, and man, dude, if you're listening to this, please, let's go to the banks or something, and you can try to have the conversation you were trying to have with me outside of the outfit. I don't want to be on Paycor. I don't want to lose my season tickets, but I will gladly talk to you one-on-one at any point in time you want. Dude, that was the dumbest thing you could have ever done in your life. I shout out to Coach Jay. She almost beat his ass. I think he was drunk.
What happened?
Well, so he's yelling something, whatever.
Oh, everybody's
And
yelling
like-
stuff at me. I just ignored everybody.
Like, how you feel about this? I'm like, this sucks.
Oh, you were told me about this in the parking lot. I remember.
And I'm walking away, still chirping. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna walk back just in case he's trying to get one on me here and think he's gonna talk some smack. I'll let him say it to my face. So I walk back there, and then he changes his tone, and then it's like, man, we suck. I'm like, dude, we do. Like that was pathetic. Like, yeah, it was. And then I walk away. He's like, and you don't support the team because you support Zach. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, the offense looked fine today. That defense sold out. And I'm like, all right, I'm literally, nothing good is going to come of this because, okay, I do have it all comes from one source. All the hate comes from one source. And it's a lot of low IQs over there. And if this dude is one of them, they're just waiting for me to slip up. So I'm like, all right, we're not going to get on an argument. And then I'm just going to keep walking. It's the right thing to do.
That's all I did.
Coach Jay was not having it. She turned around. I just
don't mess with Jay. Don't mess with her.
Cannot repeat what she said to this man. This little dude, and I'm talking, he was scrawny. He backed up. I believe that he thought she was going to knock his teeth out. I thought she was going to knock his teeth out. She's awesome.
Coach Jay is awesome.
Yes, but
I love her. So, try to get this picture up here.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Dogs.
Hold on. This was me yesterday at the end of the game. Why is it doing that? Off to the wrong one. I put it in the wrong spot. Jeez, hold on. Keep talking. I'm messing with this picture.
Yeah.
So, and I keep losing this, but yeah, 10% abysmal offensive line, which I'm going to say that I'm right. I'm going to say that I'm right. And the information did not come through me at all. So I'm a jerk for saying I'm right. But the offensive lineman who said we need time to gel, it looks like they're right again. Every year around this time, the offensive line starts giving us a little bit more protection.
That's what would be nice to like. We talked about this last week. We haven't signed a offensive lineman to a second contract. This is for Whitworth since Clint Bowling. So this is another one of the problems. But I want to put this out. This is Josh took this picture of me yesterday. This is me yesterday at the end of the game, sitting there all by myself. Yep. I was literally one of the last ones to get up, and people come up and give me a hug. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm just sitting there, and people kept walking to me trying to talk, and like, oh, it's Zach's fault. Oh, it's this fault. Like, I'm just shaking my head, going, yeah. I'm like, I was just numb after yesterday's game, dude. I was just. No, and I wasn't trying to be rude to anybody. I just did not want to talk to anybody.
I feel the same way, Jeff.
I was ready to go.
It's not like it's
Chop saw me yesterday.
Yeah, it's not like a super sad feeling. It's not like an excited feeling. It's just like I'm just like a man. I'm just like
I just like
I don't even know what to think. I'm mad.
I'm just like and I hate this because I said this all last week that this game scares me. It's a trap game, and
same
for some
thing I said.
reason. And Jay Morrison, the stat of the J, put it out there. Zach, I think it's 0-7 after a mini bye. It just everything was
crazy.
Gorgeous. I don't know why.
Rumor one said had a players only meeting, won't bode well for Zach. That has nothing to do with Zach. Now, if the players
play better,
if the players revolt for some reason, and all right, this is one of those things where I can't say a lot. If you ever see me avoiding, how about this? If you ever see me avoiding questions about Zach, I know concrete information where it's not good, and I'm not, I learned new information. How about that?
Or if we ever hear you telling us how if you avoid answering questions, right? Kind of the same deal. I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Well, and shit, the questions are coming in soon. I swear to God,
I'm trying to get to. They're blowing it up. Which some of them aren't so nice. So I'm kind of.
Let me just say,
especially if it's not something anything to do. Hold on, I'm changing something real quick. Especially if it's something to do with me. Good God, I'm like that filter or something.
Did you have the makeup on again?
Dude,
it might be for me though, Cap. Look at me. They might be questions for me, bro. Don't be over there like these are your questions. Because look at me.
No. Anyone calling me out, put it up, man. I got time. I'm ready for this.
It might be calling out the Bengals Captain.
But Elliot to finish that up. 5% Jeremy Hill, whatever. 2% the Bengals Captain should have picked Flo from Progressive, which I just had to reply. You'd look good as Flo. Give it a shot. And he would. I think he could do Flo. He could do Flo.
You're right.
He's bigger than Flo quite a bit. But
Elliot's been on my show. I like Elliot. I think he's trying to be funny.
Hey, if he's not aware of the constant threats that I get via DM, and he's just trying to be funny, great. You can tell him if he's aware of it though. Give me his number. I'll give him a call.
I don't have his number.
We'll have a conversation. I'm getting my patience is wearing thin for some.
Are you sweating?
I can tell. I can tell, man. You're getting aggravated. I feel like I'm gonna have to use some of my psychiatric de-escalation techniques as the show goes on.
Oh no,
I got you though. I got you.
No, because what is going on? Okay, now granted, fans in the stadium, and I don't want to make the comment there. We've got plenty of fans around the. I love listening to Chop. He knows what he's talking about. Dustin, hey, Chop's a smart dude. I don't know if that's
Bengals Captain. That's Bengals.
Hey, that I don't know if that's saying that I don't, but I would expect it by now.
That's when the.
Oh, Cornell, Zach has trouble scheming guys open. Guys are open all the time. They've been open. Like and honestly, when we're talking scheming guys open, I would say that's more pitcher. So what I'm actually doing is giving Dan Pitcher a lot of props because I think he's done a lot of good things getting guys open. That was if we had Flacco as the backup, we would have beat Denver.
This one you're talking about with Elliott?
Yeah, that's funny. We would have beat Denver. We would have beat Green Bay. This game was weird, and I'm going to say Minnesota weird too because I mean we were just dropping the ball left and right. Now I still stand by this with Burrow. We'd have lost one game, which sucks.
Hey, let me interrupt you real quick though. There's no way we should bitch about anything on the offense. Joe Flacco, since he's joined this team, has 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I don't know how many fucking yards he has. Yes, I'm bitching about the Bengals as an organization, as a team.
Right.
And I'm really bitching about the lack of defense. But the offense put up 38 fucking points this week.
You should win.
42 something the week before that.
You should win.
And then Joe Flacco literally stepped out of the fucking car, not the plane. He stepped out of the car and then went and played Green Bay and lost. But 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Guys are open that aren't being hit. That's fine. But I'm not calling out this offense on anything because the offense is clicking.
And listen to this because I know Chop will throw Zach under the bus when he has to in a heartbeat.
Seriously, fuck Zach Taylor right
now.
Hold back a little bit because I love you, Cap.
No. Hey, and the people who can just admit they hate his face, like Step Brothers, like, I don't know what it is about you, but I just want to put one right in your suck hole. That's fine. Hate the man because he's over some of the problems. That's fine too. Otherwise, give me specifics that no one ever does about why, because here's what I'm afraid of. The big issue is we don't have enough talent. The Eagles, Sirianni almost got canned. You want to talk about losing a locker room? Everybody forgets the players were actually talking shit about Sirianni. He almost got shit canned. Guess what? They got a Super Bowl. That was not Coach Sirianni. Jalen, am I saying? Yeah, Jeff is cooking captain.
I just like the last comment he put up. Said looked like the trailer park version of the Bengals Captain.
Yeah.
I thought I looked like the trailer park version of Bengals Captain. My dad's from West Virginia.
Hey,
I've got trailer park in
If you
me.
ever thought about doing meth, don't. Look at this. Here's your after shot.
Your teeth are too good for. I know you didn't do meth. You got good teeth. But no, like hear me out, because give me another coach. Great. Give me Shanny. Shanahan's a genius. You take away Christian McCaffrey, he wins 6 fucking games last year. Give me that. Oh, wait, I don't want to win 6 games. I want better than that. Who's better than Shanny? Andy Reid. Andy Reid's not going to give up the prime view of Taylor Swift. Okay, who's left?
I know who's left.
Who?
And I'm not a big fan of Sydney, but he's the one that put it out there with the guys all talking. He's from Ohio. He's from Dayton. That's where he was raised, and he's been cleared to coach in the NFL, and that's John Gruden.
John Gruden and the Raiders was a mess. And you know what, John Gruden, and you proved my point. Thank you. Let's get John Gruden. Let's start the petition to get John Gruden. Let's get him in the building. Let's sit him down. Let's watch him walk out and go on a national media frenzy about why he would never, ever sign in Cincinnati, because he will not have one iota of the control that he would require for being head coach in Cincinnati.
That's a possibility.
It's a fact.
That's what I've said. I said Gruden's not gonna come here because he can't have control like he wants to. And that's the thing.
So let's get rid of the guy who somehow can keep some of this stuff together despite some crazy shit. Fix the problem.
What's he keeping together? Like, you are your record, and without Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor has a shit record without Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is this team. It's
Chop, I love you. The first 2 years is Marvin Lewis's team. Like, I'm not putting the first 2 years on Zach. That was a trash squad. None of those guys played very much longer after that, other than Andy Dalton. Which, hey, if we wanted to keep Andy Dalton, there you go. Your one guy was Andy Dalton, and everybody wanted to run him out of town, and we've got Joe Burrow, and no one would go back.
So what happened
the first 2 years? And I'm sorry, when he benched Andy, the moment he did, Andy gave them the best chance to win. I still to this day think that was intentional.
So what did
hold on.
I
want to get this. Hold on. I gotta find this comment. I want you to answer it because you talk about Pitch. You said there, Caldwell said, if Pitch is scheming guys open on the offense, then why is Zach still calling plays?
Pitch calls plays too. I don't know how many, but Pitch calls plays too. Callahan called plays when Callahan was here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the thing. Like, we scored 38 points with a backup QB and an offensive line that people says is trash. Our worst runner, Chase Brown, if you're looking at yards per carry, was Chase Brown, over 6 yards a carry. The offense isn't the problem. The play calling, I could go to any game and say I would have called something different. Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, anybody.
What about this one? Taylor's bad at managing time because he did in the game with 2 timeouts in his pocket. I'm just putting facts out there, or putting statements out there.
He ended the game with 2 timeouts in his pocket, but he didn't end the game because the time ran out with 2 timeouts in his pocket. I believe he was saving those for that critical. He didn't want. So hear me out. We're moving down the field. Okay. We burn the timeouts early, and then their territory part of the field we have to scramble. Now you're trying to make sure you don't leave enough time and this and that. And I get it. There wasn't a whole lot of time, but I'm sorry. That freaks me out. He has a couple timeouts that he can use to make sure if we're kicking a field goal, there's not going to be any time left. Perfect. Or if we can score a touchdown, even better, we don't want to leave them too much time once again. Honestly, looking back, now, if we were fucking around at 20 seconds left and trying to get everybody aligned and we're not calling I would be upset. But I believe the plan, and I talked to somebody else about this, not him, obviously. People don't even start that rumor. There was somebody else agreed with that. I'm like, okay, I see the point. The plan was, now you've got you're at the 40, you're within field goal range, you've got the couple timeouts. Now you can play. Maybe you run, because that second down run, we took off for 30 yards. P. Ryan had a long 32.
Yep.
And 10-yard chunks. So
they were running the ball like crazy yesterday.
Yeah. Guess what? You can run and not have to worry about it. You can time out.
You see where they run it to? Mostly over by Fairchild. Yeah, that's the way they run it. Hey, I want to get up this comment here for
okay.
Mike McCarthy, former coach of the Cowboys, a new coach would change his chemistry and make things worse, possibly. Zach is not going anywhere without the okay from Burrow. He'll never give it.
I worry about making things worse.
That's me too. Now, hold on. Let me talk here for a little bit. I think the same thing. And that's where everybody's like, fire Zach. I'm like, all right. Who? I said, now this is where I go back to what I say. If you're going to do this, the Bengals need to change everything, which I don't think they're going to do. Which I mean, blow everybody out, get a president, GM, a bigger scouting part, all that stuff, which they're not going to do. So you got to find somebody who can work within this framework that they had with the Bengals. Now, I think Zach and before that Marvin have changed stuff, but they haven't changed it. And I don't know if they're ever going to change it to what we all want. So that's where I'm like, if you go out and you fire Zach, who is you going to bring in? You say John Gruden, you say this, you say that. They're not coming here because they can't, like Bill Parcells says, he can't pick the groceries. Why you want to shop there? Or however he said it. They want to have control of the team, and they're not going to give it to you. They never have. I don't think they ever will.
Can I say this? You say who? I say who cares? Who gives a fuck? And I'll tell you this is the reason I say this is because when you have a bad product, you don't think about the product you're getting to replace it. It's a bad product. Now, when you say, like, I personally feel like this deeply stems into the organization. It's the owners. Like you're saying, like they got to come in here, like Goodberry said, coach with one hand behind their back. And I agree with that. But like I gave the analogy of rust on Bruce show, like you got to get all the rust out, because if you leave a little tiny bit of rust on metal when you do body work, it's going to come back. And we can't get rid of all the rust because the rust is deeply rooted into the ownership. But take it down as much as you can. And by taking it down as much as you can, this is coaching. It's the head coach. It's all the coordinators. And it's Duke Tobin, who's your de facto GM. I say, when you got a bad product, don't think about what you're going to replace it with. You have a bad product.
I know, but the thing
you got to have a new product.
I get what you're saying, Chop, but you have to consider that. That's the thing.
I don't think we have a bad product.
No, I'll agree with that too.
We don't have enough talent on defense. If we had a
bad
little
defense, I do agree with that. We have a bad defense. That's our biggest problem.
Yesterday was a horrible product.
Overall, but
one bad apple makes a whole bunch bad. Like if you're eating an apple and half of it's rotten, you throw the whole fucking thing in the trash.
No, you're trying to throw a party with old tube TVs. Everybody else has got 4K on the wall, and you're trying to you got your neighbor drinking a beer with a tube TV on his shoulder. We're trying to watch a black and white football game. Like, hey, the party can be planned to perfection. I know you're going to rock the mic, Chop. You're going to have everybody laughing. We're watching a 32-inch tube TV. Every now and then, dude's got to slap the side of it to get the signal back.
Yeah.
I feel we don't have enough talent.
Get you
how many Pro Bowlers did we have last year on defense? How many did the Ravens have?
That I
We
don't
had a
know.
Pro Bowler. Wasn't Trey
Right.
Henderson was all pro last year.
Yeah, which
I mean,
sweet,
Zach Jeff
awesome.
put up the 0, but Trey Henderson
Yeah,
was all
I
pro
mean,
I
last
was
year.
wrong. I forgot Trey was.
Yeah, but he's the only one.
No.
Like I said on Bruce, like when they're calling
My
this
bad.
players meeting defense, who is it? Name me a player on our defense that you think that you feel good about going out there and playing. Like I felt good about Juan Drago, and then he did not play well yesterday either. The only person on our defense that I feel confident about going out there and playing at a high level is Hurt.
yeah,
And that's Trey Henderson.
and he got cheap shotted.
Yeah. I mean, we need somebody else on this defense. And
Dustin here. How long do you guys think a coach is going to coach at an organization? You know, we are going to live in the world where Zach eventually gets fired. He will eventually.
in 20-something years, though,
and-
to be
and-
honest, ask Marvin Lewis.
I want to talk to Dustin. Brad, when you showed that quote, I was pointing, and it's not because I hate the front office.
Which one?
It was perfectly worded also.
This one?
Because the issue is,
From Brad.
structure. Brad didn't cut. Now Brad might feel that way. He might hate the Brown family. Plenty of people say, I do not hate the Brown family. The Bengals will never get a top tier coach until the Brown family changes the structure.
It's true.
This is my thing. And trust me, they listen, they hear. Trust. I can't wait for the day somebody taps me on the shoulder like, hey, I want to talk to you about your comments on Ice's show. I agree with that because I am in a corporate job. I have been in leadership positions where I had to mix things up. The beauty of it is, and I said this elsewhere, if people are worried that Duke is trying to be the smartest person in the room and he's reaching for picks that no one else could see coming, whatever the situation is, how you can be honestly the smartest person in the room. And I've proven it in my own career time and time again. And by the way, stranger, you don't count. You own your business. Business owners can do weird shit all the time. You have complete control. You don't count. And good for you. I got myself off track. Switch anything up, as a leader. I have gotten kudos. I've gotten awards. I won an MVP award at my company. The year that I did that, I asked everybody what they would do. And I just did what they would want to be done. I didn't do anything that year at all. I listened to the people around me. And you know what? A couple things I said, my bad. Here's my thought process, why I thought this would work. And they're like, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I didn't know that. I didn't have that information all the time. And I wanted to say, you little mother, you didn't tell me that. You could have told me that. We joked around, but I'm like, I had no idea. I didn't think to ask that question. You guys didn't think to answer me, but this is why I reached it. There you go. I named every person that helped me that year. Leadership just patted me on the back, talked about me. Like, you can't win. I'm trying to lift my people up. And leadership's like, oh, good job, Cap. Yeah. That's the way it works.
But they call you Cap at work too?
They could change everything. They could bring in everything. And you know what? It's their idea. They did it. They could borrow they could pull me in and have me talk about my idea using AI and creating their own consensus draft board based on available draft guides and information, and then kill a draft and say, well, we incorporated new analytics processes and that's why we won, and leave me completely out. Doesn't matter. They're the owner. Like, they need other voices. They need to change the structure. They need to do things differently. We've got what 6 draft scouts or whatever.
If that, 4 or 5.
Yeah, let's hire another. Let's double it and then have one cover offense, one cover defense. Or
Mike Mann wants to know our thoughts on Knight and Carter.
Hey, Young, they're going to make rookie mistakes, but my problems are not Knight and Carter. Even with, I mean, you heard Carter's name like crazy.
Yeah. Well, Dale says that Knight has been not good, abysmal.
He's missing a lot of tackles.
Yes, he's taking bad angles and missing tackles a lot, which is odd because that's what one of his strengths was in college.
So the defensive coaches are that's it then. They're messing, they're doing something with these guys' heads. What are they changing?
They're not developing the talent, but the thing is, like, you got rid of Lou, you brought in new defensive coaches to develop the talent, and here we are once again. And I'm not saying, I know that I'm not steering this towards Zach. This is on these coordinators. Yeah, these are on these coordinators. They're not developing this talent. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know what the problem is.
I mean, I think if Zach was a defensive coach, it would be easier to fix. But then when we have the problem on the offensive side, hey, anybody who wants to get rid of Zach because they want a Robert Salah to fix the defensive side.
Salah.
Is that how you, I always forget.
Salah. I think it's Salah.
Yeah. That guy, bring him in and fix the defense. Fantastic. Maybe you think Burrow can just roll on his own. I think we've learned that that's not true. That there is some hand-holding and some white glove treatment on what that offense looks like. I don't know what Robert would do. Now, could Robert come in and keep pitcher and then keep continuity on the offense? Maybe.
Well, most likely any new coach is going to come in and just restaff. Like, they might interview the coach that's already here, but they're probably going to restaff. Now, pitcher's done a good job with Burrow, so he could be possibly stay. But Dustin, who's in the chat, is also on Brews. He brought up a good point that, like, these winning teams in the NFL now, they have offensive-minded coaches. Like, the defensive-minded coaches that are in the NFL, their teams are not the ones the majority of them are not the ones that are winning. It's the offensive-minded coaches that have the majority.
The winners have the GMs and the talent identification. Honestly, that's what to me it comes to. Like, I don't care anymore. And all right, I'll fess up. The whole coach thing, head coach thing. So I think Zach. I like what I heard about Zach, but I'll confess, sort of. I have just never really thought head coach held the keys to winning. I don't. That's almost detrimental to Zach.
Well, you got to have good players. I mean,
I'm not coming out and saying that Zach doesn't matter, but I'm kind of saying that head coaches are not that critical piece. And it's funny because, like, Goodberry, I thought we could win with Andy Dalton. And we could have won more with Andy Dalton. And in 2015, I swear to God, if he doesn't get hurt, we had such a well-functioning team. We could have won the Super Bowl.
He's the least in line for MVP, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. So, Andy could have done it. Goodberry is like, we need that guy that can make things happen. He was talking about Burrow. And I even mentioned to him the other day, I'm like, you were right. You harped on this quarterback thing for so long, and you're right. So you get that quarterback. You have a GM that is good about finding the value, doesn't try too hard, just stacks talent. And then you just win Super Bowls. After that, it doesn't really. Sirianni was going to get fired. I don't think that there's anything genius about anything that they do. Saquon freaking Barkley, a monster offensive and defensive line, and you got a quarterback that can run and knows what to do with the football.
Yeah.
Hey, Goodberry needs to be in the draft room. Chop needs to be in the draft room. Dale needs to be in the Hey, you throw us in there. I'll help synthesize some of the data.
I'll get the beers.
Get the beers. Put us all in there.
I do agree with this though. This is what I wanted. I thought we could have got Knight in the third round. I wanted Tate Rutledge. We should have. That's when we drafted.
Okay, Knight, so some people in the organization that play didn't think Rutledge would have been necessarily a good fit, but seeing him play, I'm just saying.
I'm not against the Demetrius Knight pick because at that point I wanted Jihad Campbell, then I wanted Schwissinger, Both those guys were gone. Demetrius Knight was the
That's
third
why I
highest
said Rutledge. I'm like,
He
he's
was
gonna be.
the
I
third
remember.
highest graded linebacker, and I wanted defense our first 2 picks.
I wanted
And
guards.
it
I
proved,
wanted to
like
protect
this
Joe.
year proves it because our defense is shit, man. That's why I wanted defense first 2 picks, but the first 2 picks we got in defense haven't hit this year.
No. Dusty, coaches are super critical. Vic Fangio took last place defense with the same players and made the team the number 1 defense last year.
So the talent's there. The talent was there, but remember, Vic's not a head coach.
No, he tried that in Chicago.
I specifically, no, I did not say, or if somebody grabbed that, apologies. No. Coaches, like, you can't just toss all the coaches. Head coach. I, as a leader, have been head coach. I didn't matter for shit. Now I got praise because I knew how to bring a team together. I knew how to get them to work for a common goal, stick together through a hard time. There's a lot of what I preach and how I build a team that I see with Zach. And I'm like, you know what? That's awesome. Now, in those situations, my company also supported me. When I needed resources, I got resources. I don't know that that's necessarily as true. Now, Flacco is a huge example. Yes, he needed resources. They got resources. But what about everything else? I don't know. It feels like we don't have enough. We don't give him enough support, or any head coach that could be in that. Ideally, your head coach is, for me, a cheerleader and smart enough to be able to direct the offensive and defensive coordinators down the right path. That's what I do.
Now, this is the one
people.
I really wanted, but no one went 1 pick before us. We all wanted,
dude.
We all wanted.
That it would have been Nolan.
It would have been Nolan.
Yeah,
dude, could you imagine?
Oh, God.
And that's no disrespect to Shamar, but first we had the damn agent issues, and we're still not seeing anything like game breaking. Like, damn.
No, I think one tackle. War Room here says, I give Shamar a small pass. He's coming off an ankle injury. That was 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, right.
Injury to a D-line and can be determined. It took Trey two years to start making impact. Yeah, but Trey wasn't getting playing time either.
You guys were both at the game yesterday. How many times, besides when he came out of the tunnel and they announced the defense, how many times did you hear Shamar Stewart's name? He fucking nothing. He's a non-factor on our defense. I hear Dale says when he clips up the tape, he sees that Shamar takes on a lot of double teams and stuff like that, but you don't hear his name at all.
Mm-mm.
If he's taking up double teams, then
why did somebody get to the damn quarterback?
Yeah.
God. Oh, how many times yesterday?
Like, come on.
Did people like, okay, stop, like somebody defense. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. I didn't play college ball or NFL. Talking to our defenders. Stop looking at somebody's head and shoulders. Stop watching people's feet. Look at the midsection. Like, I saw people getting shook out of their cleats, and I'm like, just run a straight line. We had Fields dead to rights how many times?
Yeah.
Seriously, like we talk about pressure. We got around him enough.
We had him,
and people like stopped. They hesitated.
Well, they were there. They didn't go after him.
I saw somebody bring up battle. I'm like, you know what? Everybody makes a mistake. He maybe he was worried about a flag. I don't know. That could have altered. That was a touchdown, and that could have not been a touchdown. That could have been the game. There are a lot of things
got
like
him
that.
on a pump fake. I thought maybe he'd stopped and jumped because the pump fake, because he thought he was throwing the ball and he was going to try to block it, but it was a pump fake, and then he threw the touchdown.
You look at how many, look at the data. How many times does that work as opposed to somebody just ignoring it? Dead center numbers pop. The numbers are huge in the direction of don't jump, don't get cute, just hit that dude right in the chest.
Yeah.
It works every time. Now you take a guy like Lamar and he's shifty. you'll glance, maybe you'll get an arm around. I see our guys like try to predict where he's running and take an inside shoulder, and it leaves him easily just a little hop step, and he's completely out in the open. If he wants to throw 60 yards down the field or run 60 yards down the field, he can't like stop doing that. Take a straight line to him. Understand he's going to go either way, or sometimes you're going to get him dead to rights.
I'm laughing at this.
8%.
Dustin said we had like 8% pass rush
Dustin.
yesterday, and armless Helen Keller.
I gotta tell you. You know,
yes, Chopton.
I'm just saying, like Helen Keller's dad, like built. I remember reading about how he built her this fucking beautiful giant playhouse in the backyard. Did you guys see that? Ever see a picture of it? You ever see what it looked like?
No.
Yeah, neither did she. I
like Stranger. Forget drafting captains. Get me a couple guys who look up to Vontez. That's quit drafting that's a good point. Like, are we relying too heavily on that?
Because we hit with a lot of them, and
hey, I'm a captain, and I'm not joking. I'm like, wow, irony. Like it worked. I'm a leader. People look up to me. If you put me out there, I'm gonna get killed. Put me a wide out. I swear to God, I'm gonna make some plays. I'm not even kidding. I swear. Don't laugh. I hear chat laughing. I don't see it, but I hear it.
What was the comment you're talking about, Cap? What'd you say it said again?
Stranger basically said, stop drafting captains. He said, give me a couple guys who looked up Vontez. And I'm not even talking about the enforcer, the guy that's going to play on the edge. But there might be guys who just, you're not going to find captains all the time. Like, you're going to have role players. Young me, when I was in a leadership position, I was pushing people to be leaders, and some people didn't want to. And I looked at that as a negative. And I hope, it happened a couple of times. I hope I didn't derail anybody's career because I put too much emphasis. They might have wanted to go up a level or two and stop. And that's okay. But if they're productive, absolutely. Get a quiet guy who doesn't want to stand up in the locker room. You're not going to count on him to rally anything. He was never voted captain, but he constantly was around the football and made plays. Yep. That's fine. That's a great comment.
One thing I want to bring up, and I'm not taking credit for this because Mo Egger said this on his show earlier today. And we talk about how we drafted captains and we drafted these guys before, where we had a plan where we drafted, and this goes back to impact players. If you look, and I know we had higher draft picks, so it made it easier. I get that. But you got that. That's where it goes back to what I keep saying. And I kind of stole this from Mo. We drafted captains. They just happened to be captains, but they were impact players. If you look at, we had Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Logan Wilson all in one draft. We hit on all three of them. Say what you want about Logan Wilson, but he was a very good draft pick.
He was.
That's a player. That's what we had. And I know we were like, wow, it's easy to draft Joe Burrow. Well, it wasn't easy to draft T. Higgins. I don't give a crap if we had the first pick in the second round. T. Higgins should have been a first pick wide receiver. He would be. I don't know what other wide receivers are in that draft. I guarantee he'd be in the top 3 or 2 of whatever that draft class was. Now we picked them, they didn't. So they got to get back to that. And we keep drafting guys who are projects. Miles Murphy, project. Dax Hill, project. Shamar Stewart, project. These guys, they potentially can get better. No, we need them to be good now. We were doing that before in 2021, 2022, 2023, when we were going to the Super Bowl and we're going to AFC Championship game. That's what we were drafting. We're drafting guys who made an impact that year. We haven't done that since then. That's why our defense looks the way it does. Now, I think we might have hit it on 2 guards. I think Fairchild and Rivers, I think, are going to be good. I think we've hit it on our 2 offensive guards. But that doesn't help our defense, and that's the biggest freaking problem of this team the last 2 years is the damn defense.
Dustin, Captain, you're nearly 50 years old. This should not bother you this much. Go touch some grass, my dude. Man, I hope you're trying to be funny. Put an LOL or love you or something after that, because that could be interpreted terribly. Just in case you're not joking, Welcome to the Strawberry Ice Show. This is entertainment. So I'm going to be a little bit more passionate after a horrible loss here. Let a different side of me go. If you want me to be reserved and conservative, I'm sorry about your luck. It's not going to happen. And I touch grass all the time. Have you seen my wife? Life is good, brother. Life is good. I promise you. Yes, the team, it bothers me, but I'm commiserating with Bengals fans here. So I'm sure you were joking. If you were, excuse my tone. I love you. If you weren't, it's weird.
He also says here, he's talking to Tom. He said, correct, give me psychos. Hell, they can't even have.
Hey, Dustin. Okay, so we took a flyer on a personality risk off the field with.
And he should still suit up. I feel like.
I want Tinsley. Give me Tinsley. I'm ready for Tinsley.
I'm ready for Burton to return a fucking punt or a kickoff.
I mean, I see
Burton
play.
Yes. Put Burton back. Yeah, because
Only
I did address the Charlie thing.
Only
to return.
Yeah,
and then
I know what Charlie's doing.
And then he suited up, so we've got an option if we wanted to go 4 wide and have Tinsley and Burton on the field at the same time. Hey, I like that. There you go.
He said it was a joke there, Cap.
I love you, Dustin.
I'm
glad. Hey, I knew in my heart it was, but man, sometimes I was like, I'm looking over my shoulder and shit. Like, dude was following me, like chirping, like trying to say stuff, and then until Coach Jay like shut him up, and then like fans are weird. Like, Dustin, love you, bro.
All right. Everybody's asked me this to their brother.
I have not talked about this.
I have not talked to CD. I wish him happy
as
birthday.
Quickly as I can say.
And that's it.
I have heard, yes, confirmation number was given, so it's CD's fault, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, why didn't he want to pay for his own? Okay. The issue was he wasn't paying for it. None of the guys were, if spot and paid for by the Bengals. So if somebody had to go to the airport and then pay like quadruple 10 times the amount, because buying a ticket for a flight that's going to leave like in 3 minutes is expensive as hell. That would be wrong.
It would be.
So it's not millionaires, whatever. It's how you treat alumni. Other teams probably even have private jets to fly guys out. Whatever. Not talking about that. The confirmation, you can be issued a confirmation, cancel the trip. So I'm not worried about that. Now, did Corey make any mistakes? Maybe. I know he was on one. I also know he was trolling some fools too. It's like people have never met Corey before.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking to Corey except me, and everybody keeps asking me about Corey.
I have never.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no issues with Corey.
I love Corey.
Was there some kind of miscommunication somewhere? Maybe. My thing is, guess what? Even if the Bengals were correct and Delta screwed up, I have a letter that's almost done being written, step by step, bullet point. Like there are a few changes, and I don't want to talk about it yet, because if they implement it, I want to be able to take a victory lap. But to help communication,
Roger doesn't know what we're talking about. If you did not pay attention to Twitter this weekend, Corey Dillon went off on the Bengals because he did not
a little bit.
He got the airport, and Delta said that the ticket wasn't paid for.
Take my name off the stadium.
Yeah, which that was a joke. I cannot believe anybody.
Right. Well, honestly, dude, people are messaging me like the Bengals are gonna be pissed. I'm like, I said, 1, Corey's a grown ass man. 2, he's probably joking. 3, the Bengals are not going to take his name off the stadium.
And the Bengals know Corey.
In our group, I'm like, Corey ain't sending the fucking jacket back. You're crazy.
He's not sending the jacket back. Like, come on, guys.
And if he does, he can send it to me, and I'll hand deliver it. I sure in the fuck won't wear it a lot. I will hand deliver it back to the stadium for him without wearing it at all.
You might hand deliver it. What are you talking about? You probably get buried.
I'm gonna hand deliver that shit to your house. What was that goddamn TV show on Netflix about the football team where they all passed around that little pocket thing? You know what I'm talking about? Wow. And they all got like a some kind of like STD from it. from sharing it. That's what I would do with the jacket. We'd pass it around. All of us would wear it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, my
Dustin, you're right. The announcer introduced Lap as number 63, and everybody.
I missed that. I was listening to the whole thing. I never heard he said 63.
We're all like, no. And then I was nervous when they were, the cloth dropped and it said 62. I'm like, all right, cool.
That'd have been some shit if it said 63, wouldn't it?
I didn't even hear him say it wrong, and I was listening to the whole thing, and I missed that part. All right, boys.
What happens when they fill up that side? Because I was looking, and it looks like we got about 3 more names we can fit on, 3 more years that we can go.
Then they go digital, and it can be scrolling.
And you had the whole other.
See from the visitors.
Hello. You had the whole other side of the stadium too.
I know, but you can't see that from the home side. I figured that's what they're doing. So the home.
It's a ring of honor.
Gotcha.
Ring.
Well, also there's stadium upgrades coming, so maybe that's part of the upgrade.
You never know.
David said Captain crunched when I was talking about taking a fit. Dude, okay, chat, I am very, very sorry. You all blew up. There are so many amazing comments. I feel like coming back or maybe we go on Twitter like addressing some, like, y'all are awesome. There wasn't enough time. I talked way too much. I'm sorry. This sucks. Love you all. We'll still hooday together, and you know what?
Do it this Sunday.
Exactly.
Yeah, but maybe we'll start drafting a letter.
My back is killing me. I gotta get out of this chair. I'm getting old, and I hurt my back. I think yesterday, and it's gotten worse now. So
it's old.
So it wasn't from me picking up Harrison Thursday night. It was, I don't know what the hell I did yesterday. I didn't do anything. I stood and sat out.
Old. You're just old, Jeff. That's all it is, bro.
You know what? I'm sore. Somebody sent me a video. They love you, Augie, and I might take you up on the enforcer thing. We'll talk later. But somebody caught me after the T touchdown. I'm losing my mind and yelling. And,
nuts.
Like my lats are sore because I had to little flex there. But yeah, Amy. Stress.
Well, if you guys saw any of my reels I did earlier this morning, my voice has gotten a lot better than because I was kind of like this.
Oh yeah, I was rough in the morning, and I don't know. I hit the right tone when I started talking here, and the mighty HCJ Cap must be in the Brown family. He talks like he's the smartest guy in the room in the real world. The almost always are not. The almost maybe they almost always are not. So HCJ, I've ridiculed some of the stuff that the front office is doing. Talking like smartest guy in the room. I don't know. You guys, was there any? Were we talking about calculus or?
Well, if you talk calculus, I'm out. Oh, I don't know about that. Here, mighty HCJ, look up. Let's talk smart. Let's grab a dictionary. Look up the word opinion. We all got one. I'm just saying mine. Kind of like assholes. We all got those too.
I'm not saying it's fact. I'm just giving an opinion. This is a show meant for entertainment. People listen to, and I don't know if the first time you're online, but welcome. Glad to have you. You found the show, which is awesome. But also, I did
like and subscribe.
I tested it. HCJ, like and subscribe. I tested in a Mensa. I was a Mensa member in 8th grade. I didn't rejoin. I don't pay dues, so technically I'm not anymore. But the IQ came back 147 on paper.
Mine's
47.
Mine's like 0. So, we're not
I am a cybersecurity expert. I work in a very technical field, so I am smart.
Exactly.
Sorry. I'm maybe I need to be asshole Cap. Maybe that's what's missing.
I'm just an idiot with a YouTube show. So there you go.
I heal people.
You've got a great YouTube show, and Jeff, you have the greatest chat of all the shows. You have the greatest chat ever, except for the mighty HCJ or whatever that guy was.
Yeah, Jack. Maybe some of you fuckers ought to come to Bengals and Brews too. God damn it.
Oh yes, you know what? He's right, because Bengals and Brews, it's the same vibe with way more F words.
Yeah, we do.
I
know that I just let an F word fly, but I have held back extensively on Jeffrey's show.
I appreciate it.
And here's the thing: you'll get if you're looking for some Zach hate, and I don't mean like just blind, you'll get it there. It's like I just don't care.
You're pointing the wrong way. You keep pointing at me. He's over there.
That's right.
He's over there.
What?
He's over that way.
Opposite when you're
pointing
on
at
the
me.
video.
Jeff,
You keep pointing at me.
I've asked you about the mirroring.
That way.
Yeah.
That way.
It's the
I've
opposite.
asked. Okay,
I
now
gotta
I'm
point this way to point at you.
Oh no. Okay, stop. Listen. With shows, there is mirroring. A couple of weeks back, I asked Ice because I'm.
Well, you were doing it right then. I don't know.
So
You
something changed.
I don't know. You were doing it right then. Today, you've been doing it right the whole time,
Except today.
Yeah, today you're pointing the wrong way. I don't know why.
Because the view that I see is pointed to him. Chat is smart. Hey, sorry, mighty HCJ. Everyone in this chat, maybe except you, is smart too. And I'm totally kidding. You could be smart. You were just very rude. But everybody's smart. They understood what I was talking about.
They know what you meant.
So
All right,
yes,
boys.
watch
On that
Bengals and
note,
Brews.
I'm into this thing because my back is killing me. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of the chair. Well,
hey,
love
wait,
you,
one more
boys.
thing. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Who
right.
day?
Who day? See you, Chopton.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Hey, we're all passionate. We're pissed off, just like you are. So everybody deals with it in different ways. All right. And it is an opinion. It's Cap's opinion. He can say what he wants on the show. I don't tell anybody what they can and can't say, except I don't really want you to cuss a whole lot of the show. That's the only rule I got, which I really never even say that. Just everybody just kind of does that. So, it's kind of weird or kind of cool. So, yes, FC. Yep. There you go. That's what I know we're going to try to get off here. Actually, they already started. So, since the FC is starting, or already started, I got the Hell is Real. So we got to get to that. But anyway, I gotta get to this first.
All right, shout out to my sponsors. They are Party Lawn and Landscaping for all your lawn and landscaping needs. You need your grass cut, you need shrubbery trimmed, I don't know, you need a paper patio, you need anything. I mean anything. Landscaping required. Think Party Lawn and Landscaping. Also, shout out to T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, Meyer Window, Door, and more. I got them in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. They're energy efficient, great looking windows, easy to clean. Meyer Window, Door, and more. Their website is MeyerCincinnati.com. And also shout out to my favorite brewery, Moorline Lager House. Get on down there, get you some delicious Moorline beer, some delicious Moorline food. And tell them I sent you. Moorline Lager House.
That's right. We will be back down there again this Sunday. I hope you guys join me down at Moorline Lager House because you buy a ticket. And remember, use the promo code pregame 10, get you $10 off the all-inclusive price. But that automatically enters you a chance to win this autographed T. Higgins helmet that we will be giving away at the pregame November 23rd. So again, go to Moorline Lager House and register for this week's pregame experience presented to you by Best Day Brewery. Again, thanks for watching my live stream on YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch. You follow me on all those on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. I also wrote another article today, basically about yesterday's game. It's on Substack. Please go subscribe there, rate, like, review, all that cool stuff. Donate if you want to, because it's free. But I always take donations if you want to give them to me. I appreciate it because I do a lot of work. Other than that, podcast. Make sure you guys check that out. It'll be on BPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. Leave a 5-star review and a comment so more Cincinnati fans can find my podcast. So if you want to re-listen to anything we said, go tomorrow. If you're driving to work, we don't have any local sports talk. Play the podcast in. So I've been trying to suggest. Anyway, other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. And remember one thing and one thing only. As always, God, I hope my back feels better. Oh, that's not it. Who day for life. And throw it up. That's just sports, baby. See ya!
Another great show.
Strawberry ice, here to stay, covering who Dey Nation.
You guys still here?
Bearcat country and Reds Nation.
The show's over. You can come back tomorrow. I'm out of here. See ya.